Hey everybody, it's Sabrina. Welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'm going to update my journals for February. If you remember from the behind the scenes computer video, I shared how I put together these sticker sheets. And I think I had one question about why I didn't cut them on my Cameo. And I have had the worst luck as far as cutting stickers on my Cameo. And now my Cameo isn't even connecting to my Mac. So I figured I'm just going to cut them out. And while I cut them out, I can kind of show you the process of switching from January to February. I have this bathroom tray and I'm sorting through everything that's left over from January and figuring out what I want to keep and what I don't want to keep, because there is some specific items pertaining to January, like the Ali Edwards scrapbook kit, a 2025 New Year from QuirkyHeart Designs, and then a cold kit from her as well. I also found some February stuff that I must have cut a long time ago, and a title for a scrapbook page that needs to go in the correct spot. I also have several quotes as well, and I'm going to wind up getting another small little tray for the quotes. So that is the little pile that is for January, and I'm going to set that aside. I also have this sticker shop from the Paperique shop. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it's about academics, and it's just bugging me that I only have a few of them left. So what I'm going to do is put what's left over in my brown section, and if I order some more from this shop, then I could pair it with a new sticker sheet or just use what's there. But so far, this sticker sheet has just been floating around my box for months and I haven't used it, so I might as well just set it aside. That is my new little 4x6 box that I put my Coffee Monster Co. stickers in. I just need dividers for that. And then if you guys want to see the divided categories, just let me know in the comment section. I was cutting up a sticker sheet that said joy with a heart pattern on it. And I also showed you the pile that I'm going to set aside for March. And then the rest of these sticker sheets where I printed them out left over from book calendars, I am going to go ahead and save those as is, so that way it's almost like a mini kit in and of itself and I don't have to cut it apart. So I've got all of those sheets plus a little pile of quotes that I set aside. Remember I said I'm going to grab a little container, and I did. I grabbed a red one so that way the quotes can have their own little spot. And now I can start to cut these sheets apart, and like I said, I thought it would be fun to share this with you. I'm starting off by cutting out I don't know which sheet it is, but the sheet with the different unsplash images on those, and I think I wind up putting most of those images into the red container. And as I'm going through this process, I'm kind of sorting out how many mini kits I wind up with, because I think I'm going to wind up with a lot of mini kits. I also am going to wind up with a pile of words that are just what I consider basic words. They're in black, and so they can go with any theme. So that is always handy to have a good pile of those as well. I know on my sheets I printed love in black, in this season, around here, spending time with you, together, all kinds of different words that I could use, and I am definitely going to use them to make some pages. I am going to later on make my Glimmers page and share that with you, along with my weekly pages for my Soft Paper Studio little weekly journal that I'm making. Okay, moving on to this page. I love that quote, "Don't poop on your own parade." That is just fantastic. I love it. So the next page has more of the color schemes on it and Mandy Ford art printables. It has the keep growing and growing. It's like the pink and the black with a pop of green, which I've already used for February. It made it really easy to pull together the page, and I loved having a bunch of the stars to add into the page as well. So I'm so glad that I printed this kit. Well, printed it again because I've used Mandy's kit for many things. And I think she has a new Valentine's kit coming out on Friday, tomorrow. So I'm excited to play with that one as well. I also have the Cut Shop kit that I'm going to cut apart. And so I'm just going to speed this up a little bit and finish cutting all of these pieces. So now I have the stickers all sorted, and I think I wound up with like 7 or 8 different piles, little mini kits. So this is where I'm going to show you how I am trying out pre-planning in my family organizer. So far, to be honest, it's been hit or miss if I am able to add to this planner. But I really want to start to use it more. So I'm thinking, what if I just decorate ahead of time? And then that'll help? I don't know. Who knows? I'll let you know, guys. I'll let you know if it works. So for the first full week of February, this particular week that we're in now, I wanted to use these colorful rainbows, and one of them says Finding Beauty in the Mess. So I went to my washi and I found some washi that I think matches for the most part. It's like a bright green and then a soft pink. So I'm going to use the largest rainbow down in the bottom right hand corner and a smaller one up top, along with a clear sticker that says In This Season, and on the left hand side one that says Around Here, and that's it. I'm also going to add in my trackers to the right hand side and then family activities on the left hand side. And overall this planner is really basic, but I just want to get to the point where I'm using it effectively. So I'm definitely a fan of donuts. They are my weakness. So I had to use the color scheme with, or the color aesthetic, I don't know what it's called, color palette, there we go, that's the word, with the donuts. And so I used that up in the top left corner and grabbed some really old Happy Planner stickers and added in a bunch of donuts, plus a little clear sticker that said Living the Sweet Life. And I am going to add 2 ovals in just a second. I went on to the next spread, and then I thought to myself, wow, these would work perfect for the previous spread. So that's what I'm going to add in a little bit. I wanted to stretch the use of my donuts, so I cut them in half and placed them in various spots. So you can see here, I started on the next page, and then I was like, oh, well, these ovals will work great. So I added in February stories and the story of now over on the left-hand side. So easy and done. And you can also see that on the far left side of these spreads, there's a small column, and that's what I use for the dates. And I just write in those dates. And sometimes I use, well, most of the time I use a Tombow, and I'll use the Tombow for the date and the day. Other times I'll just use it for one or the other. So onto this page, I had large die cuts from an Ali Edwards scrapbooking kit. So I used those in a few spots. The Be Mine up at the top, Love You on the left, and then another clear sticker phrase that says Together down at the bottom. I didn't really have any washi tape that I liked, so I just left it as is, and I didn't add any Tombow markers or anything like that. I can always go back and add in extra if I want to, but as long as I have something, I think that will help me, like I said, to be able to use this planner a little bit more. Less to decorate, I guess, is my point. The next one I wanted to try out using was the Cut Shop February. So I started with a clear sticker down at the bottom, and I loved the huge die cut from my printables. If you remember, I showed you guys how I organize my printables, and that's where I found that die cut. I put the self-love up at the top, and I'm going to add in some clear sticker flowers to the top, along with another large die cut that's blue over on the bottom right hand corner. I just put the XO upside down, I think, and I cannot peel it up, so it's going to be OXOX. Oh well, can't do anything about it, so it's just gonna have to be that way unless I want to go back and die cut it with my Cameo using a different type of paper. But for now, it's upside down. And that's fine. I'm just going to move on to the back where I have my January goals tracker. And like I said in the behind the scenes, I don't feel like I was completely successful as productive as I could have been, but that's okay. January is always very, very long. I did finish December daily, and I did make a list of all my projects. I think I'm done with that. I made 2 birthday projects and 1 grit project. My favorites included the workout grit page that I made, my winter blooms all about me page, and using the fun Allie Edwards kit to document a travel adventure with my friend Erica. And then did I get rid of anything? No. And I just said the piles are sitting, and I did add some things to that pile, but I just don't know what to do with all the items because giving it away is expensive because of shipping, and locally I'm having a really hard time figuring out where to take stuff. So getting rid of stuff is not easy, at least for me. Okay, moving on to February, I have this beautiful washi tape from the Coffee Monster Co., and I'm actually going to use it again for my glimmers. The washi tape could be for spring, like spring cherry blossoms or something, but I'm using it for Valentine's and love. And I know there's not a lot of purple in there, but I decided to use pink and a light brown, almost a tan, and also the purple for my color scheme. So I'm also going to wind up with 6 goals this month. Since I do have a week off from school, I figured and hope that I can be more productive and get more things done. So one of my goals is to complete 2 January goals and maybe randomly pick them somehow. Also map out on my computer Week in the Life 2020, work on my clear sticker storage, finish up September Project Life, and then finish January 2024 in my me album, which I think I'm pretty much done with, and then start working on February. I also want to work on afternoon scrapbooking, which I talked about in my behind the scenes video, and just assigning myself little tasks that I can do in the afternoon. This month, I only gave myself 1 bonus, and that is to start my daughter's scrapbook for 2022, because I've noticed a lot of the layouts that I've done about her are from 2020. So if I'm going to start anywhere, that would be a good place to start and kind of fill in the gaps. And how I fill those gaps in remains to be seen. I could just do digital and leave it at that, but I haven't decided. So down at the bottom, I wanted to doodle a box. So I'm just going to grab my ruler and use that to help me draw a straight box, because I cannot draw straight boxes. I just can't. I also added some scallops to my box around it. And then I'm going to use a pink marker to outline my scallops. And it the marker that I use didn't like the pen that I use. I think this pen that I use just does not like markers, and it tends to make the markers pick up the ink, if that makes sense. But this box right here is going to be colored in with the light brown, and it will be the new creative space layout to do, because I have a lot of things that I want to do with the new configuration in my space. And one of the first things that I have done is ordered ordered new lights. The next thing that I kind of want to work on is Tombow storage. I really don't like the way that my Tombow markers are stored right now. I have a container that I took from my daughter because she was no longer using it, and I want to see if I can make that container work. So that's another thing, and I also have new counter space that I can use, and I want to make sure that I'm using that effectively. And the last one is putting away my Ali Edwards kits, because I have a lot of kits that need to be put away. A lot of them. So if I can effectively figure out a good space plan for my counter, then I can go forward with putting away all the kits. So over here, I wanted to draw a long vertical box with hearts in the middle, so that way I could add in a list of my favorites at the end of the I was going to say at the end of the year, but I mean the end of the month. And then I will color in that box as well. The hearts are going to be purple. I did not want to do the whole box colored in purple because I felt like that might take away from the title February. So I just did the brown color. After that, I'm going to do Happy Mail because I love Happy Mail, and I think I've already ordered something. I can't remember what I ordered, but I ordered some stickers. Oh, I just got a big thing of stickers from QuirkyHeart Designs, and I'm very excited to use those for some daily pages. I put another box for did I get rid of anything, because I feel like that's just going to be a box I add every month, hoping that I get rid of stuff or at least clear things out, find a better system for things. I mean, that's always my hope. And this box I doodled and then added little lines on the left-hand side to indicate kind of like notebook paper, but I love it, and I love doodling these boxes. I started doing it last year in my Hobonichi as kind of a monthly review. I didn't do it every month. I wish I had, but I didn't, and maybe I'll do that again for this year, because I don't think I've finished January in my Hobonichi quite yet. There's a few pieces that I need to finish up. One thing I am adding for my February creative spread is total projects. I'd like to keep track of the total amount of projects that I make in the month of February. Final touch is going to be just a few Coffee Monster Co. stickers in 3 different spots, and then I will call this done, and it's just wonderful. I'm so glad I have a jumping off place to put down my thoughts and my goals for the month. All right, let's do the Glimmers page. So again, I am going to document the little moments of joy in my month. This is a look at January. It turned out absolutely amazing, and I'm gonna, like I said, I gotta do this again. I love it. And my big bold title, February, that is actually a free font on defont.com, and I will add that in the description box. But I type it out and then I print it on clear sticker paper and just put it on the side. I'm using that same washi from the Coffee Monster Co. And I love that February has a lot of extra room up at the top, because the first, I think, started on, Friday or Saturday? I can't remember. But it gives me a lot of room up at the top for some washi, and then a little bit of room down at the bottom right. I also printed a really big clear sticker phrase that says, "Aw yeah, love for this," or something like that. But it's huge, and it just about fit all the way at the bottom. I wasn't sure if it would, but I hope you guys enjoyed seeing all of these pages come together and how I organized my stickers. I'd love a thumbs up or a subscribe if you are new to my channel. Have a great day. Bye.